Mr. M.C. Goldstein is a famous Tibetologist in the world. Maybe some students know that. He is a professor in the University of Case of Western Reverse. In his book, Dalai Lama's second brother recalled, I was told that Daja clique wanted to depose His Holiness because His Holiness had been brought to Lhasa by writing, just now I mentioned. They had plans to dispose of writing regent, but they are feared if His Holiness took over political power later, he might punish them. So they wanted to remove the new Dalai Lama and replace him with a young candidate, his own candidate, the young Lama called Diju Living Buddha. This one. I copied this material from Goldstein's book, A History of Modern Tibet. This is Diju Living Buddha, another losing candidate of Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama's mother recalled, our family was close to reading. He and my husband had been very close friends. At this time, word started to spread that His Holiness was not real Dalai Lama. A mistake had been made, they said. So, my son was not real Dalai Lama. Well, Living Buddha Diju was real Dalai Lama. This young Living Buddha was the child of 13th Dalai Lama, a relative of 13th Dalai Lama, like Assistant Regent himself was a relative of 13th Dalai Lama too. Finally, it was decided to put both names in a vessel, to shake it before the image of Zheng Zongkaba, to shake the vessel to see which name fell out from the vessel, and this done 3 times. At last, my son's name leaped out from the vessel, and the Gaxia, the Tibet government, and regent had nothing more to say for themselves. So I think here Lama Dunzhu was not replaced by any candidate, but later his father was poisoned. Let me introduce this accident. This picture is Dalai Lama's family, his parents. Here, this acting director left 2 seconds. He is the acting director, Chen Xizhang. This is the Office of National Government in Tibet. He writes some paper, with some article, he record. After Dalai Lama's father's death, I asked his mother and the reason why his father died. Dalai Lama's mother answered, suddenly he was ill. It was of no effect to go to doctor and died. When she told me, she looked around. When I asked the brother-in-law of Dalai Lama, he dared not to see any more than his mother. Somebody said Dalai Lama's father was poor by humble birth and loved to get things on the cheap. If his second son admitted about this. But this actor thought it was not worth mentioning. Most important thing is that Regent Daja, the Dalai Lama's second regent, always hated Dalai Lama's father because Dalai Lama's father was close to the central government and the last regent. Disliked present regent was frank and outspoken. So the direct said, it was said that he died after he drank the poison medicine which the Daja's chaplain gave to him. This one, the old man with glass, this is English Secretary of Office of National Government in Tibet. He said in his article, "We have some dinner party in Lhasa. Even though there were many factions in Lhasa's aristocracy, I couldn't meet one person in this home. I could meet him in another one. Hardly could I meet Dalai Lama's father in any aristocracy home, and in Dalai Lama's home, I couldn't meet other aristocracy." The English secretary recalled after Dalai Lama's brother was brought to the inland China to study. The relationship between the office and the Tibet government no more bad than before. And his wife, the English secretary's wife, recalled in his article, when Dalai Lama's elder brother went to inland China to study, English and pro-English Tibetans was unsatisfied to Dalai Lama's father. That's this picture, this Dalai Lama's mother. Dalai Lama's mother recalled, according to the Goldstein, the arrest and assassination of the regent would not have been so simple if my husband alive, since he had more resources at his disposal than I, and would at least have prevented the arrest and imprisonment from occurring so smoothly. This is why people are convinced that my husband was poisoned. Dalai Lama's brother recalled, "I'm certain my father was murdered. He was a simple farmer who knew nothing about politics, especially about the stories of two regencies." However, it's very difficult to understand. There are two different versions by Dalai Lama himself. In 1956, he told to Vice Premier Chen Yi, he worried about being poisoned by his officials. He said, I don't worry about being poisoned by any members of Chinese Communist Party. But nowadays, when he was interviewed by the author of Story of Dalai Lama, he said it was no evidence to